Thanks to Psydere for feeding the mod.
Wait, what's happening? Hello. Hi. Hello. Too loud. Music loud. I'm confused. Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi. Who's here? Hello, Husmod. Hello. Ouch. I meant to do that. This is okay. Okay. Hello, Husmod. Hello, M0. Good evening to you too. Hello, Aux. Hello, Roakimoshi. Hi. Hello, Nico. Hi. How are you doing? Hi, Astral. Hello. Hi, Duke Duckman. Hello, Zerkia. Hello, Potter. Hi, Nap. Hello, Mylan. Hi. And hello, Bobo. Hello. And hi, Guns. And hi, Kobe Belladonna. Hi. Wow. Yeah. Quack. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? How are you all doing today? How is everybody? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Can you tell? I am sorry for disappearing. I had to take some unprompted time to go and touch some grass, which we are going to get into today. Yes. But hi, how are we all doing? Hi, Rai. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Okay. How are we all doing today? I need to know because it's been a while. How are we all doing? How are we checking in and stuff and things? Yes. I've forgotten how to talk. Oh, I forgot I can do that now. Yeah. Okay. That's slightly distracting. Hi, everybody. Glad to see you back. Couldn't resub if you're not streaming. This is very true. I apologize. Yeah, I had to take some unprompted time. Unprompted? That's not the right word. Impromptu. That's the word. Impromptu. I went to go touch some grass and we're going to talk about it because I saw some cool things. I saw some exciting and cool things and we're going to talk about it. I'm excited. What is going on here? Wait. Okay. Okay. I think this is better now. I don't know what's happening. I've forgotten how to use all of my technology. Hi, 1DW1. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Destroying my sleep schedule right now. Please don't destroy your sleep schedule. It's important to have regular sleep and be healthy and stuff. Good sleep hygiene and things. Exactly. Yes. Oh dear. Let's see. What did I miss? The train's being used to summon the train enjoyer. I like trains. It didn't work. There's no train. I'm disappointed. Got the admin issue for the students that recommendation cleared up. They now have the right email. I'm glad because that sounded annoying. I think I just saw very briefly what was happening and I was like, that is a classic university moment. Blaming everybody else when they didn't do the right email address. That's very standard. Oh dear. I'm home from staying with my mum for 2 weeks after surgery. Now I get to geek out, draw and do nothing but chill with someone while recovering. Purpose of a physical job, long break for recovery. Let's go! I hope you get to make the most of your recovery time. I'm glad the surgery went well. I'm really, really glad it went well. And I'm glad your mum, I assume your mum could look after you. I'm glad you had somebody to look after you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing better. And yeah, enjoy the recovery time very much. This is important. Excited to catch you. I'm excited that you're here. Working on manuscript revisions today and funny thesis story. Finished the first draft and needed to rewrite it in an alternate language. What? Huh? Good luck on the manuscript revisions. You can do it. So you finished the full first draft and now you have to rewrite it because it wasn't in the right type of science. Is that what you're saying? Like there was like a disciplinary difference or something? Oh no, that's that's painful. I'm so sorry. When's the video going to be released? At some point, TM. It will be released at some point. I'll put up a YouTube waiting room premiere thingy for it when I actually get around to uploading it. But I'm not gonna lie, I've spent the last I spent the last period of time just staring at the wall and existing. So because I'm quite tired. Streams are not a reason to destroy your sleep schedule, Guns. Shaking my head. Don't do that. You should sleep. You want to talk? Wait, I forgot. What am I want to talk about? I've forgotten. I've forgotten. I've not functioned. I'm not functioning. I've forgotten how to stream. It's literally been like a week and I've forgotten how to stream. I'm so sorry. I've forgotten what I'm doing. You're right. Prepping for VIP students next week and recording tissue culture work. Nice. I'm on the last bit of audio recording and editing for the soybean video. Let's go! I'm excited. I'm excited for the soybean video. This has been a long time in the making and I'm very excited. Yes. Doing good. We'll soon take out some time off to rest. Yeah, good. You should do. Good. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm not gonna lie. I've got some time off. Originally, I was intending to like stream pretty much every day during the time off, and then I realized I think I actually need proper time off, as in like not doing things, just actual time off, which is why my sleep schedule, brilliant. No, my streaming schedule even has been fairly light. I'm so tired. Turns out that if you like, you know, finish a PhD and work a bunch. Oh, what was that? Huh? Oh, I see. Okay. That's not ideal. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, fine. I will not do that. It turns out if you finish a PhD and then you also work full time and you don't really take much of a break in between, you get quite tired. So yeah, I'm also taking a break. It's summer. It's time to sleep. Yeah. For sleep reasons, only here for a short time. Good. You should sleep. Sleep is important. Gonna have to start touching grass next week because I got my new job. Nice, well done. Congrats, guns. Congrats. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great. You're gonna do great. Yeah, I haven't touched grass in a very long time. I've been inside with my books. And well, not really, with my Google Documents and suffering and the Terra Library for a very long time. And I finally actually went out and touched grass. So that's very exciting. That's exciting. Yes, we will talk about it. I've got pictures. I'm going to show pictures. This is going to be fun. This is going to be good. What am I doing here? I'm doing this. There we go. That's what I'm doing. I've got some pictures that I'm going to show. Yes. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't I thought I'd set up everything properly and genuinely I've lost my routine for setting things up and now I'm confused. Yeah. That's where I am at. That's where I'm at. Hi, young lord. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Oh, and also hello, Dark Magnate, and hello, Hunter as well. Hi. I hope you're all good. I hope you're all doing good. The soon TM, understandable. Yeah. See, okay, so I went back. I wanted to edit it some more, and then I was like, I will upload this when I'm done, and I will schedule it. And then I just never got around to scheduling it because I didn't render it. So I need to render it and schedule it, and that won't take me long. So in theory, it will be possibly at some point this week, maybe next week. It just is whenever I get around to it. But yeah, it do be like that. I shouldn't put things on the schedule unless they're 100%. But I was like, oh, this is like 99% ready. And then I went back and I was like, no, I want to change some things actually. And then it wasn't ready anymore. So yeah. Soon though, I swear. I wrote first as an excellent clinical psychologist draft perspective. Now I need to rewrite it into more basic language to sound more like a neuroscientist. No. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Hello? Where's my tracking gone? What? My tracking has broken. My things are breaking. This isn't ideal, is it? Wait, let me... Okay, what is this? Okay, it's come back. Okay. No, it's not come back. Oh, it's come back now. Okay. Okay. Just didn't want to. Okay. 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 Hi, Saladori. Hi. Yes, it was indeed. I think it just disconnected out of nowhere. Bit random. Okay, never done that before. How dare you? It came back. It's all fine. It's all fine. I've got a face again. It's all fine. It's all fine. Gonna have to start adjusting my sleep from waking up at 2 p.m. to waking up at 6 a.m. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do that. Easy peasy. You just have to like sleep a bit less for a period of days, or just do one massive overnight. Like, I'm not sleeping at all for a while now. That's the answer. That's the answer. You started describing the strange train adventures. I did. You're right. You're right. I did start describing the strange train adventures. We should talk about the strange train adventures. Not doing things is necessary. Yes, it very much is. And I am not very good at not doing things. I'm one of those people who's like, oh, I've got a week off. I should do entirely VTuber things. No rest. There is no such thing. So I had to force myself. I had to literally like go somewhere. But yes, we will talk about the place. Something that usually isn't work time for me is normally working more than usual. See, that was me during the PhD. Now I do actually have like annual leave properly, and like if I'm on leave, then I don't have to do other stuff. So that's very good. I have like an actual leave policy now. So no more of that. But I can take my leave whenever in the year, you know. I can take annual leave whenever I want. It's just summer's quite good because you can actually go out and do things. Because trying to go out and do things at any point, at any point of the year in Ireland is like variable as to whether it will be raining or not. So Adori, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription for 6 months as well. What the heck? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You are part of the lab now. You're part of the lab. You've just signed your research assistant contract, so that's very exciting. You have to pay me for some reason. This is a scam. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's the Irish summer like? It is just constantly raining, I'm not gonna lie, but like warm, but not super warm. It's like it'll be between like 15 to 25 degrees Celsius and probably overcast or raining. We don't really get much sun. We sometimes get like a week of sun at a time, and then it will disappear. Most of the time though, it's like in and out all the time, if that makes sense. Like it'll be overcast and you'll get little bits of sun throughout the day. But it also mostly just rains, to be honest. Hi Orishiro, hi, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Part of the lab, part of the crew. It's so true. Part of the lab, part of the crew, part of the lab, part of the crew. That's how it works. Find the concept for your channel very interesting. Thank you. We do normally do science, I swear. Not today though, not today. I have to yap. I have to get the yap out of my system so we can do science on Sunday. That's how it works. I've relegated myself to having a schedule again. So in theory, we should be doing science on Sundays, and we should be doing not science on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But maybe not Tuesdays and Thursdays. It might sometimes be Tuesdays or Thursdays. I am well aware that today is Wednesday. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. So we've already failed the schedule, but that's fine because I'm on holiday. The rest of the time is like built around my work schedule because I have regular meetings and stuff now. So I can actually plan, which is very cool. Also, I just realized I did the part of the lab, part of the crew chant, and I didn't actually say hello to you. Hi, Torgamus. I hope you're good. Remember, researchers, always back up your data. You never know when your 1 terabyte NVMe will fail. You'll lose everything, and you're relegated to a 128 gigabyte that's old and not that fast. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yes, please back up your stuff. Please do that. Please back up regularly. Please. And also, like, ideally using some kind of version control so you know which backup is, like, overwriting what stuff. Please do that. Yes. As a Vancouverish resident, not doing stuff while it's raining, might as well turn into a rock. Do things anyway. I'll walk to Starbucks in the rain with a dog. Do it. Okay. I would normally agree. But, like, there's not that much to do in general, especially if you can't drive. Like, Ireland is very, very car dependent. if you're not in one of the like 4 cities on the island that have decent public transport, then there's not much you can do anyway, because everything requires a car. So yeah. It's quite difficult. I'm not gonna lie, to like go out and do things. It's quite difficult. Average of Tuesday and Thursday. Exactly. Wednesday is the average of Tuesday and Thursday. I agree. But yeah, we might be doing non-science Tuesday. There you go. I hope you're happy. I said the thing. I said the thing. You need to do peer review, as in having your friends look over it, ideally, before the peer review. Yeah, this is true. This is true. This is very helpful to do, actually. Oh, okay. Okay. I must do something quickly. Aha! I see. Okay. Excuse me for 1 second. I must add some things into my folder. Oh. Why? One of my pictures is teeny. I don't know what's happening here. Hello. Why is that so small? Okay. I love it when like Discord just randomly decides to resize your images from like a normal size to being like 200 pixels wide. That's very cool. I love that. I want to use my images. Let me use my images. I can't. Okay. Where were we? Was it Headland? Ah, yes. Okay. So this reminds me of the whole point of the stream. The whole point of the stream. Look, it's me. I'm small. Okay. Right. We are going to be looking at some pictures because I went on an adventure. I left the house. Can you believe it? Right. This is the place I went on an adventure to. So, I put this picture on Discord, in the Discord server, and I said, who among you can find where this image is? Who can Geoguessr its location? Who can do it? Or Ashiri, you guessed Headland. I believe you meant Headland in like, there's a place in like towards the south coast of Ireland called literally Headland. It was not. It was not that one. It's on Earth. Can I get my VIP now? No. Let me find the actual guesses. Wait. So, oh no, it's hiding people's names. That's not helpful. Okay, wait. I need to do it this way. Bear with me. This is just a lot of scuff today. I'm sorry. I'm taking last minute guesses. Take last minute guesses on where this location might be. Okay? Does anyone have an idea for where this location might be? As I said, the Great Lakes. Yes, Bobo guessed the Great Lakes. This was very, very clearly not sarcastic. Monty Henzozy said Gibraltar or something, or Isle of Man. Spooky One said, well, Spooky One posted a screenshot from Google Maps, and I know where this location is. So, yeah. Spooky One, I'm not gonna lie to you all. Is it Europe? It is Europe, yes. It is Europe. Serious guess France. It's not France. It's also not Headland in the Republic of Ireland. It's not Gibraltar. I don't know islands except the Isle of Wight. It's not the Isle of Wight. Is it Ireland? No, it is not Ireland. Is it Sicily? It is not Sicily. Spooky One got the answer completely right. It could be Vancouver. It's definitely not Vancouver. South. As in the Republic of Ireland? No, it's not. It's not Ireland. Skye, it's not Skye. It's not in Scotland. Spooky One got it completely right. Spooky One got it 1.5 kilometers away. It's on the same road, but not quite. It's like 1.5 kilometers up the same road. So that was a very, very good geoguesser. The answer is that this is a photo from the promenade in Douglas on the Isle of Man. So I was very impressed by that. That was a very, very good geoguessing. I'd love to like make a map of everybody to see like where everybody is and how well everybody did. Like a GeoGuessr style one, you know, when people play verses in GeoGuessr. Oh my gosh, my PC is like making me angry today. It's doing silly things and it's, yes. The Isle of Man, that's my brother's favorite island. Why is that your brother's favorite island? I have so many questions. Why is your brother an Isle of Man enjoyer? What is the context? I need to know. Historian, but why? Why? I need to know why. What's so good about it? I mean, okay, I can tell you why I really enjoyed it. Okay. I really enjoyed it. I need to also find Spooky One's like name. There you are. Okay. Spooky One. Spooky One got it accurate and therefore gets VIP. I don't actually know if Spooky's here today. No. Oh well. We'll come back and see the VIP. This is very good. There you go. Ah, that's wrong. That was a shout out. My bad. Well, that too. Also shout out. Shout out and VIP. Shout out to Spooky One. For getting this 1.5 kilometers within the right location. Yo, free shout out, I know, right? But yeah, it was Douglas in the Isle of Man. It was on the promenade. So Spooky One put it a bit further north towards the trams, which we will talk about in a second. But it was actually a bit further south towards the towards like the port area. I say port areas, like it's so small. It's so small. It's like the teeniest port I've ever seen. It's very cute. Yeah, there we go. This is the Isle of Man. That's where we went. We went on a spontaneous adventure to the Isle of Man. We had no idea what to expect, but it was nice. It was very nice, actually. I was very impressed. It's a very pretty place as well. I feel like this image is very Psydere coded. It does have a cool flag. It does have a cool flag. That's very true. It does have a very cool flag, actually. I do like the flag. The flag, if anyone hasn't seen it, it's like this. It's very similar to the Sicily flag. So the Sicily guess earlier, actually, fair enough. Fair enough. Like the flags are very, very similar. So that's close enough. Yes, historian. I see. Yes. Technically, it's technically not part of the UK. I want to visit because it's technically not part of the UK. It is indeed technically not part of the UK. It's like a crown dependency, I think, or something. So basically they, what's the word? They basically get money and defense from the UK government. And in return, not much, actually. That's pretty much it. It's a bit of a weird setup, to be honest, but it's very, very small. I wonder what's the population of the Isle of Man. I don't actually know. I meant to look that up and I forgot. Let's see. Isle of Man. The Isle of Man is a self-governing crown dependency of the British Isles. It has a population of, drumroll please, 84,523. So it's very, very small, and it was very, very cute. It was very cute. People that were very nice. That was very good. Yes, how many man live in the Isle of Man? Yes, 84,500. Yes. The thing that I find quite interesting, though, is that they actually have their own language, which is kind of similar to Welsh, kind of similar to Irish and Scottish, etc., and like Cornish, but it's different. It's different. It's very different. Like I don't know a lot of Irish, but I've been exposed to a fair amount of Irish, and I did not have any idea what was going on with this language. So yeah, not mutually intelligible, clearly. It's in a really interesting position in terms of its international law. Yeah, exactly. It's really cool. How is Rin Penrose streaming live right now? At the same time, I know, right? It's almost as though one of us is an AI model and you have to work out which one. Did you hear any Mags? I didn't hear it spoken, but I saw a lot of it written down, which was very cool. That made me very happy. It made me happy. Did it have Uber and iFood? I don't know what iFood is. I didn't see any Ubers actually saying that. So I assume not. I assume it had neither. They did have a Tesco, so there was a place to find, so that's good. They're here. Yeah, the Manx language. Yeah, the Manx language. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. But it's like Irish, but spelt wrong. But I didn't hear it. I did not eat any beans, unfortunately. I was very beanless. It was very sad. Oh no. Wait. Let's see. So. I have some pictures that I want to show. Let's see. Where are my pictures? They're here. Yes, okay. I have some pictures that I want to show. I'm currently battling my PC to actually let me show them. So that's cool. Why is it doing this? But yeah, I guess let's try this. Let's see if this works. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, what's exciting about the Isle of Man? I'll tell you what's exciting about the Isle of Man. What's exciting about the Isle of Man is their interesting range of trains. They have an interesting range of trains, and that's one of the reasons why I was very excited to go. I'm not helping the autism stereotypes. Lord, I'm not helping. Oh gosh. I'm not helping the stereotypes, am I? I'm not helping. Trains are hype. It's very true. I do love trains. I'm a big train enjoyer. Hi. Favorite train tuber. Let's go. There's not a single train on my screen at the minute. I'm going to work through these pictures. I can't actually see what these pictures are because they're in a list. So we're just going to find out as we go along. We'll just see what they are. What's this one? Ah, this one's a street. Okay. That's not a train. That's fine though. Let's have a better look at the street. Look at how cute this street is. This was like on the high street in Douglas. I have nothing else to say about it. It's very cute actually. It was very, very cute. The whole place was very like aesthetically pleasing, if that makes sense. Like we were walking around and I was like, look at this. This is so cute. Wait, I can put myself in Douglas. Look at me. Wait. Hi. Wait, I can hide this. And I can hide you all as well. Hello. It's me. Let me do my bit. I'm enjoying this. Let me have fun. Hi, it's Psydere. I'm reporting to you live from Douglas in the Isle of Man. I don't know what I'm doing here. Please help. speaking Manx to me and I don't know what they're saying. Okay, I've had my moment, thank you. Put that back on, there we go. There we go. Thank you for letting me have my moment. Street interviewer. I would. Don't even tempt me. I would do it. Is this the tax evasion stream? Yes. This is the tax evasion stream. Welcome to Douglas on the Isle of Man. I'll have you know, it's not a tax haven. It is just a we like to call it just a offshore business location for all your offshore business needs. We'll register Psydere Limited there. You actually can. Did you know that? You can register your offshore business. If you're a VTuber, you could register yourself in the Isle of Man for tax purposes. Not that I would ever advocate for such a thing. Terrible. Terrible behavior. Hi, Retty. Hi. Tax evasion. Yeah, let's go. Tax evasion. This was a bit... For legal purposes, this was a bit... You want some solid financial advice? Check out the lost tapes I shared. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a look. Later though, because for now I want to talk about trains. Look, I'm here. I've ended up somehow in Douglas on the Isle of Man. Let's go see some trains. Okay. Does the island have an airport? It does. It has many modes of transport. I was fairly impressed actually. It has an airport. It has a port. That's not the right word. You know what I mean. A boat port. A port for boats. Of course, HMRC or Irish equivalent. All Psydere operations are based out of Douglas. Exactly. I can't. Okay, horse. We're onto the horse. So this is one of the many interesting forms of transport in Douglas. Well, in the Isle of Man generally. So this is a horse tram. Now, you may be thinking, what do you mean this is a horse tram? Well, you can see there's a horse and there is a tram attached to it. And that is because the horse pulls the tram. And that's why it's a horse tram. Fun facts. Horse tram is crazy. Hi, Almantis. Hello. Is this an Uma Musami reference? What is up with that? Why is it I go away for literally like less than a week? I come back and everybody's playing some horse girl game. What's going on? What is up with the horse girl game? Why are you all tweeting about it? Why are you all posting about it? Why are you all streaming it? What's going on with the horse game? I don't understand. It's not even new. I played the horse game in like 2017. I watched the first series of the anime and I was like not impressed. I was just like, okay, this is like mildly amusing idle horse girls, like, and they run a race and they're kind of goofy. Like, why is it suddenly made a resurgence like almost 10 years later? What's going on? I don't understand. Why? Oh no. Oh, Bo played it. Okay, Bo downloaded it for a bit and then infected his entire community. I see. Has it been spreading out from there? I saw also that like Pete, as in Premiere 2, Pete has also been playing it. And I think he had like a viral clip from playing it. That, yeah. Uma Masumi combines idols, gacha, and horse riding. So it's basically 3 incredibly evil things Voltroned together. Maybe that's why it's so addictive. They're just like going all out. Like, yeah, man, just accept it. Just accept the like, accept the addiction. Like, we're going after every angle possible. Oh no. Oh, the Horse Girl game is from the Horse Girl anime. I see. Yeah, because I watched the anime. I watched the anime like back when it first came out in whenever it was, like 2017 or something. And I'm like, why has this made a return? I don't understand. Let me see. Uma Musume, Pretty Derby. Yes. When did it even come out? I don't even remember. I remember it was bad. Like, I didn't enjoy it when it came out. Well, not bad. It was just like meh. It was just average. Is that a controversial opinion? I just thought it was okay. Like, okay, it was 2018. Okay. So there was like a, what's the word? Not a pilot. A demo. There was like a demo in 2018. But the actual release was delayed until 2021. And then the anime series was in 2018 as well. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I played the anime and I think, I played the anime. I watched the anime and I think I played the demo at the time and it was in Japanese and I was very confused. So, oh no. Terrible. Wasn't the Horse Girl anime from the Horse Girl game? It sounds like they were meant to release at the same time, but the game got delayed and the anime came out when it was meant to. So, yeah. What a mess. What a mess. Why is this? I go away and now you're all playing horse games. Hi, Dragon's Rage. Hi. Yeah, it came out in the anime came out in 2018. Yeah, the anime came out in 2018. I think the English translation came out and then people got into it. I see. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Hi, Galagaru. Hi. Oh, it's available in English now. That makes sense. I understand. So it got the English release and now everybody's excited about it. This makes sense. Yeah, Bo probably helped it. I should watch that VOD. I would watch Bo playing Horse Girl game. That sounds very funny. The Steam release date is the 25th of June, 2025. Can this be the reason? That might be the reason. That would explain why it has exploded over the last like week and a half or something. Yeah. I don't even like horses that much. Well, this horse was good. This is a good horse. This horse, I believe, was called Marvin, if I remember correctly, and he was doing a very good job pulling the tram. He was very friendly. He was a bit slow. Yeah, but he did his best. He was doing a good job. But this is very cool because this tram is from like, what was it from? It was like from like 1880 or something. Something like that. Something like 1880. It was very, very cool to see it. I have opinions about using horses for work, which I'm not super sure about, but you know, it's a heritage thing. So I guess it's preserving heritage, and like seeing how people got around back then is objectively very cool. Like being able to go on the things that they went on is very, very cool. So yeah. I don't know. It was very bumpy. We did go on it. It was very bumpy. Not convinced. I'd give it a 3 out of 10 because it felt dangerous and was very slow. I said, Victor, thank you for the lab. So ready to check in. Hello. I hope you're good. I never got the chance to be a horse girl when I was a boy, so this is kind of an opportunity to catch up. Incredible. One of my friends at school was a horse girl. She was like really, really into horses and drawing horses, and then she got bored of horses and became a bunny girl. Not like the anime way, like as in she was just really into rabbits. Like she was really into rabbits. She wasn't that kind of bunny girl. I don't know, maybe she was. I don't know. I'm not going to ask her questions about her preferences, you know? I don't know. I was surrounded by horse girls as a kid. Amazing. You must know so many random facts about horses. Reminds me of the horse-powered boats that we had before trains. Yeah, it's very, very similar. It's very, very similar. This is basically the equivalent but a train or a tram. So this was like it was very short, but it was basically a rail that just goes along the promenade and it goes up and down. Yeah, it was cool. Okay, right, next image. Next. That's the same one. Brilliant. That's the same one. I can do that. There we go. Oh, that's a bit of a bad picture, but it's fine. This was the view from inside of not the horse tram. This was the view from inside of the electric tram. But the red shed, the shed with the red doors, that's where they kept the trams, which is very cool. And they've got like all of the old original buildings and stuff, which is extremely cool. So yeah. Let's see. Next. What's this one? Ah, this was the view from inside. This was the view from inside. Let's see. Make it a bit bigger. Shout out to the random people for having the backs of their heads on the stream. Thank you. You're in a public place. I'm allowed to do that. Yeah, this was the view from inside of the electric tram. So basically there's a second one. There's a horse tram that goes along the promenade, and then there's an electric tram that goes up through the towns and stuff. And this was the view from inside of that. This one felt even more dangerous. This one was like terrifying. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the doors were just open. There wasn't any like closing doors or like chains or barriers or anything on the side. So in theory, you could just fall out. And it was going at like 25 miles an hour or something. So it was pretty fast. And it was very rickety. Everything kept creaking as it was going along, which was kind of horrifying. Just don't fall. That's what I did. I just didn't fall and it went perfectly fine. No reflective area, exactly. No enhancing, no enhancing. What's this one? Ah! Yes. Yes. This one. This is the big boy. This is the thing that we went to see. This is the exciting part. Okay. This is a train. Yes, it is indeed a train. It is indeed a train. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Comey Belladonna. Thank you, thank you. I have some tea. I have tea today. Actual hot tea. Can you believe it? Wow! Wow, I know. So this is the Snaefell Mountain Railway. Okay. Now this is very cool because this train is also old. It's also very, very old. I can't remember how old. I think it might have also been either late 1800s or early 1900s. Let's see. I'm gonna find it real quick. There we go. Snaefell Mountain Railway. So the Snaefell Mountain Railway opened in 1895. Can you believe it? 1895. But the reason why it's pretty cool is that aside from, first of all, it has like the overhead wires, which was like super rare for back then. It also has like, what's the word? It has the incline railway system, if you know what that means, the fell system. So basically there's like another rail on it that it kind of connects to in some way. I don't know the specifics of it, but it basically stops it from slipping back downwards, which is super cool. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Ow. Very, very cool. Let's see. Like the rack and pinion railway systems. I don't know if it's similar to rack and pinion. I actually don't know. I know it's a third rail system. Let's see. It uses I'm reading it on Wikipedia now. We'll find out. It uses a raised center rail between the two running rails to provide extra traction and braking, or braking alone. Trains were propelled by wheels horizontally applied and retracted by springs into the center rail, controlled from the footplate, as well as from the normal running wheels. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So they like grip it from, there's like a third rail in the middle and it like grips it from the outside and that puts better traction on it, so it allows for better braking. Yeah. Very cool. It was very cool. It was like not bad to ride as well. It was pretty bumpy, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty bumpy, but yeah. Is this still on the Isle of Man? Yeah, this is. So Snaefell is like the mountain on the Isle of Man. I think it's about 2,000 meters. I don't know what that is in feet. I don't know what that is in feet. 2,036 feet, sorry. No, it's 2,000 feet, my bad. 2,000 feet, 600 meters. Got them mixed up. Yeah. So it's pretty tall. It's not like horribly tall, but it's pretty tall. It's tall enough that like having a railway is cute, you know? Yeah. Something wrong with the text. It looks off. It does a bit, doesn't it? I think it's probably because it's just old. Like, they didn't have... Maybe they did have, like... Well, they would have had stencils and stuff, but they just didn't. They just didn't. 6,000 feet. 2,000 feet. 600 meters. I swear. I know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I think the problem is that they kept referring to everything in feet, and I'm used to meters, so I just substituted in meters and assumed that it was that. But it was in feet. They apparently still use a lot of imperial there. But there should be a better picture of this thing later on. I'm going through them in, like, chronological order. Ah! Okay, this is, like, a bit cut off, but this is the wheel. The big wheel. This is very cool. This is, like, a big industrial water wheel. So I think it was used for the mine. It's called the Laxley wheel. And it's used for the mine. It's, like, the biggest working water wheel in Europe, if I remember correctly. It's very, very big. Like, you can probably tell by the scale of it compared to the houses. Like, it's very big. Biggest one in the world, goodness gracious. It's massive. It's like massive. But yeah, I don't know why it's so big. They did have like an announcement on the Snaefell Railway explaining things, and I couldn't really hear it because the cart was so loud. It was so loud. You couldn't hear anything. The children of man long for the water wheel of the mines. It's true. It's true. I did, in fact, talk to at least one person from the Isle of Man, and they did, in fact, long for the mines. So, you know. What else have we got here? Let's see. What's next? Ah, this was the view. Please ignore the, you know, the bar in the way. But this was the view when we were going up the mountain. It's very nice. It was very nice. It's you can see all the way across the foresty bits over to the water. It's very good. And then as you go up into the actual mountains, it's like kind of, they're like grassy mountains, if that makes sense. I don't know if you've ever seen the kind of thing that I'm talking about. They're very, very common across like the UK and Ireland, and I guess also the Isle of Man. Yeah, it's a nice view. Nice view. The view pleases me. I'm glad. It pleased me too. I wish I'd taken more pictures of it, to be honest, because it was kind of hard to take pictures because it was so bumpy. And I kept in like, I feel like everything, like I feel like I'm gonna lose my phone. Do you know what I mean? It was very scary. Haha. This is at the top of Snaefell. Yes. My favourite thing about this is just the random security camera. 2,036 feet high. We are still watching you. Terrifying. But yeah, they've got like a little cafe at the top. It's very cute. The staff and them were very nice. I turned up and I was like, hello, I have awkward food requirements. Please feed me. And they were like, I'm scared. And then they were like, okay, we've discovered that we can feed you. And I was like, okay, this is good. Thanks. This pleases me. I am going to eat your food now. And they were like, okay. And then I had a curry. Yeah. You don't steal one of the feet of height. It's so true, actually, because I would have definitely stolen one because I need it. Lord knows I need it. And this was the view at the top. It was absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, guys, the views were stunning. The views were incredible. You can really see so far. You can see so much. Like, it's wow. So much nature and beauty and wonderful weather.
2,036 feet high. Is that a weed high? I'd go for it.
Hi, Nightmind. Hi. Thank you so much for the resub. It's been 17 months already. That's kind of wild. That's wild. That's so long. Thank you so much. Yes, that is. It's very high. It's many feet. It's many feet high. Yes. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? I hope you're good. They need a better graphics card. Render distance sucks. It's so true, actually. It's so true. Didn't have the center rail at the end. Yeah, it didn't need it, right? Because it's kind of got like flat It kind of got flat at the end. So they kind of just didn't have it anymore. But yeah. I agree that the render distance wasn't great. We'll get a better hamster. We can put it in the comedically oversized water wheel. Oh no. Terrible, terrible stuff. Okay. Let's see. This one? Yes. Ah, yes, and then this is the marker at the top of the mountain. This is the marker at the top of the mountain. You know, it's that time again. I'm gonna do it again. It's that time again. Here. Hi, I'm on the top of Snaefell in the Isle of Man. I can't see anything. I don't know where I'm going. Help. Help. I guess I'll go over here. I guess I'll go over here. Yes. Hi. I'm on the top of the Isle of Man. I can see all of the islands. I can see the 7 kingdoms. I can see the Isle of Man. I can see Ireland. I can see Scotland and Wales and England. I can see heaven and earth. Who are we kidding? I can't see anything. It's really clogged. There's fog everywhere. I'm approaching. It's too foggy. I can't see anything. Oh dear. I'm so sorry. I need to control myself. I'm apparently in a very silly mood today. But yeah, this was what it looked like at the top. There was not much going on. There was just like a marker that told you, like, if you look this way, you will see Ireland. And then we looked that way, and as you can see, we could see nothing. So that was a bit pointless. Oh dear. I forget that most people are so close to the ocean. I've lived the majority of my life at like 4,000 feet above sea level. That's wild. That's wild. I can't even imagine. That's probably the highest I've ever been is about that. So ominous it is indeed. Can I interest you in a cheap game that's cute and on sale at Steam and is from Brazil? Potentially, if you tell me what it is. Potentially. You need a really big wheel to give the tiny hamsters enough torque for the tram. It's so true. It's so true. That's the reason for the big wheel. If you spin the wheel fast enough, maybe it will blow away the fog. Yeah, that's the thing. As Husband said, it was very, very windy. It was like so windy, like to the point where we both nearly actually got blown off the mountain because we went to the top and we stood there at the plaques and then took some silly photos and it was just so gusty. We were like, what is happening? We can't do anything. You look like you're about to perform some kind of Celtic magic ceremony. It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? It does look like some kind of magic spot. I think there is a reason why they hike up the top of Snaefell sometimes saying that. Temperatures go to and above 30 degrees here. So I feel like 2005 PC running a 2025 game. Oh, that sounds painful. I'm so sorry. It's also been quite warm here, but definitely not that warm. Wales was a principality, not a kingdom. Exactly. This is very true. So it's not technically correct, but they say the 7 kingdoms of man, and I'm not questioning it. That's their folklore. The landscape looks cool. It does, doesn't it? It's very cool. I wish I could see more of it. Oh dear. I've lived in a bunch of places, but the wildest place I can claim is swimming in the Bermuda Triangle, laying on my back and looking up, surrounded by the ocean. Bobo, that's horrifying. You could not pay me to do that. I would not do that. I'm not normally a superstitious person, and I would still not do that. That scares me. I'm too deep into the conspiracy theories, actually. Although actually, maybe I'd be like, you know what? It's fine. I can disappear now. I've done my life dream of swimming in the Bermuda Triangle. It was extremely relaxing, so blue. That sounds so nice. That sounds so nice. Everything I'm used to is just green all the time. So yeah, I apologize. There's an ad happening. I apologize. Why is it 4 minutes now? Oh my lord. Twitch is being silly. I'm drinking some tea. You know what? Actually, while there's an ad, quickly, I'm very quickly gonna fill up my my drink. So I will be back in 1 second. See you in a minute. Hi, even. There we go. Wait. Oh. Okay. Bye. Hello? What is it? Okay. 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 Things are breaking. I'm confused. I don't know what's happening. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hi, Adama Kiryu. Hi. How are you doing? I hope you're good. I'm good, thank you. I'm very good, thank you. How are you? How are you? I hope you're good. This is welcome. We're on a mountain. We're on a mountain. Yes, that's what you've missed. Oh, the music's a bit loud. There we go. Let me fix that. I forgot I turned that up. Brilliant. Okay. I'm like, I'm going to turn the music up so that you have something nice to listen to during the break. And then I forgot to turn it back down again. Classic. Classic. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making things up as I go along all the time. Okay. Right. Ad's done. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. Right. Okay. Next. Hi, Talarian. Hi. How are you? I hope you're good. Okay. Where are we? We're going here. Aha! A better picture of the train. This is very good. This is a better picture of the train. Let me just, there we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yes, so this is what the train looked like from the outside. This is a better picture of the train. It's very good. It was a very good train. I liked it a lot. But yeah, it had the if you look like I don't know if we can be able to see it actually if I look down here. You can kind of see like it's got more wheels than normal. I think you can kind of see that I can't show you. I can't point. Wait, that like look like up here. Up here. If you look real close, you can kind of see the the mystical third set of rails. Rails? Wheels. Yes. Snaefell sounds magical. It does, doesn't it? It's a very cute name. It's a very cute name. Doing great. Nothing new. Just the usual working, editing, sending people to the ER and getting married in 2 months. There's a lot of things there that I am questioning. Mostly the thing about sending people to the ER. Congrats on getting married. You will do great. You will do great. I don't know what's the appropriate thing to say when people get married, because I've only been to one wedding I've been to two. I've been to 2 weddings in my entire life, and once was when I was very, very young and a child, and the other I was a bridesmaid, and I just kind of turned up and was doing stuff the whole time, and then they were like, "Okay, thank you," and I was like, "Okay, thank you. I've done many things now. I have made so many sweet boxes for people to take home." And then, well, I guess I've actually been to 3, because I guess I also went to my own wedding. That wasn't really traditional wedding. It was more like we eloped. Yeah, I guess I technically went to 3. I was in fact present for my own wedding. Can you believe it? Yeah, but it was more like we eloped. I'm not gonna lie. We kind of just turned up and was like, we've brought 2 witnesses, and the person was like, "Okay, you are now married," and we were like, "Okay, thanks," and then we went and got donuts. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm glad that I went to it as well. I'm glad I went to it as well, Osmond. Traditional enough to have you present for it. This is true. It wasn't like a telepresence wedding. That must be a thing now. That must be a thing. I swung a baseball bat on a person that was robbing my house? What? Goodness gracious, that's horrifying. I hope that everything is okay and that they didn't rob anything of value, and also that you aren't getting in trouble for that? Question mark. Goodness gracious. All weddings are valid. It's true. Wedding? My brother? Condolences, bro. We're gonna miss you. We lost you too soon. Then run from the bride. Valid response. It was a fun experience. Okay. Okay. Everybody's got to try it at least once. Okay, let's see. Next we have, look, here's another one of the train. The electric tramway. This one's the electric tramway. The one that I said was yeah, very, very wobbly. This is the closed carriage. So they had 2 carriages. One of them was like open and people sat in rows, and the other was closed and like people sat long ways, if that makes sense. Like there was 2 benches going along the length of the tram and people sat opposite each other. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, this was the other tram. It was good. Yeah, I liked this one. It was very cool. Also like the pentagraph thingy, they had to like, pentagraph, that's not the right word. Pentagram. The pentagram thingy? Pentagraph. What's the word? What's the word for the electric thingy that attaches? I'm over the overhead wire thingy. The connector to the overhead wire. Why do I keep saying pentagram and pentagraph? I don't think that's the right word. The cable. Well, not the cables. The bit that attaches onto the cables. I'm struggling. Pantograph. That's the one. Thank you, Retty. We got there eventually. That it had to be like manually connected, so the dude would just come out like wearing. He would just come out wearing gloves, and he would just like have a giant like pole, and he would just grab the thing with the pole and disconnect it from the overhead wires, and then move it over and reconnect it to the right overhead wires when it's going the other direction. And it was like horrifying to watch. It was like, I would not do that. I would do that. I would not do that. That was horrifying. Only his hands were isolated. Yes, he just wore gloves. I mean, he was probably also wearing rubber-soled boots as well, right? But it was still like, oh my gosh, like, what are you doing? That's too powerful. That's too powerful. Yes, the trains did also run on an actual schedule. They had an actual timetable. And like this one in particular, the tramway one, but also the Snaefell one, like although they are there for tourism purposes, those two are actually also just used by people on their day-to-day commutes sometimes. Like if it goes the right way, there's also bus services. People will sometimes also get the buses, but like people do actually sometimes commute on them if they're going to specific places on the lines that aren't as easily accessible by bus. So which is kind of wild. Like they had an actual timetable. It runs all the way, like through most of the year it runs. So yeah, it's not just a tourism thing. I gotta make bread some way. This is true. This is true. Safety squint method. It didn't even, honestly, it did not feel safe. It did not feel safe. It was very scary. Well, his hands were insulated and the pole was presumably non-conductive. You would presume so, but it did look like it was made out of metal, so I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Was it like with the ice scene from the Polar Express? I don't remember the Polar Express and I don't remember the ice scene. The only thing I remember from the Polar Express is like Tom Hanks singing about hot chocolate for a solid 5 minutes. Did you also meet the ghost of Geff the Talking Mongoose? What? Is that a thing? Wait, it is a thing. Geff, also referred to as the Talking Mongoose or the Dalby Spook, was an allegedly talking mongoose which inhabited a farmhouse owned by the Irving family located at Cashan's Gap near the hamlet of Dalby on the Isle of Man. The story was given extensive coverage by the tabloid press in Britain in the early 1930s. The Irvings' claims gained the attention of parapsychologists and ghost hunters such as Harry Price, Hereward Carrington, and Nanda Fodor. I did not meet Geff the Talking Mongoose, and I wish I had. I don't think we went to Dalby. Where is that? Oh yeah, it's near Peel. No, I didn't go to Peel. We didn't go to Peel. But now I kind of wish we had, and now that means I might have to go back to the Isle of Man so that I can go and find the Talking Mongoose, because that sounds brilliant. What do Manx people sound like? Kind of Scottish. When they speak English, no, they sound northern. Like they kind of sound like they've got a northern accent. Like, yeah. It just sounded like, it didn't sound like any specific type of northern that I've ever heard, but it sounded northern. Like, I would personally have, like, if I met somebody with that accent, I would personally place them somewhere between Manchester and Sheffield. So that was interesting. That was interesting. Hi, Dog Rect. Hi. How are you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. We're talking about trains. Look at my train. I went on this. It's a good train. It was a good train. Yeah. It was very bumpy, though. It's very bumpy and very old. I'm more interested in how they run. Do they actually have 3 legs, or is it like with Sonic, the speed spear? Yeah, no, they don't even, they are actually just entirely all leg. They are just 3 legs, 3 sentient legs. And when they run, they just spin really fast. They're kind of like a fidget spinner. Yeah. Yeah. And they have a northern accent. Oh no. What's next? This is a very nice place. I forgot what this place is called. I think it was called Groudle Glen, but it was a glen that was on the electric tramway route, and you could just get off and just go to it. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was really, really nice. There's loads of places like this where it's like a tiny little, like almost like a tiny little valley with like a river going down it, a small stream or a river or a glen, and then loads of trees and stuff. It was so cute. It's so cute. I like it a lot. So nice. Let's see. And then, oh yeah, here's another picture, but this is like a bridge, like a train viaduct, I guess. So, yeah. It's very nice, very aesthetically pleasing. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Very good. Very good. Yesterday, I finally managed to fix a bug that I already fixed and forgot to push the fix before changing PC and cloning the repo without the fix. I spent almost a week this time. No. Oh, no. That's the worst thing ever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's happened to me before, too. It's not fun. Let's see.
Did you see wildlife on that trail?
Thank you for the resub, Gary Belladonna. Thank you for 3 months as well. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's been 2 months already. Did you see wildlife? We didn't really. We saw some birds. We saw a lot of bugs. That was pretty much it, really. Yeah, not really. There were birds around, but the thing is that a lot of the wildlife there is very like hiding. I guess on the Snaefell Mountain Railway, we saw a lot of like horses. No, not horses. Sheep. We saw a lot of sheep, goats and sheep. We saw, and they were very cute. They were just minding their own business on the mountain. I don't know how they survive up there. It was so windy. Ah, a water wheel again. For some reason, they have so many water wheels there, but it's very cute. I really like it. It's very, very cute. Very cute place. Let's see. I'm getting lost now because like everything is all in numbers and I'm trying to like keep on top of the numbers and I'm starting to struggle. Let's see. This one. I might have to go in and just delete the ones that we've already looked at. Ah, yes. Okay. So there was also a place that we went to. So basically, from Groudle Glen, you can get a steam train, but like a miniature steam train. It's like one of the, I don't know if you know what I mean, but there's like small Victorian steam trains that you could go on. And they were just basically there for tourism. They were there for pleasure rides. And they still have one in operation and it's very, very cute. And it gets you to here, which used to be like a place where sea lions lived, basically. So it was like an enclosure that they made to keep sea lions in for the pleasure rides. Like it would just, like people would go there to look at the sea lions and go on the train and that was it. So, but yeah, the rocks were really cool. Like it's a really cool, like, location. I don't know. The rocks in Ireland here are very, very similar to this, actually. So that was kind of nice as being like, oh yeah, I guess we were connected at some point. Ah, yes, and here is the aforementioned small train. It was called the Otter. Here you go. There's a good zoom in of the train. There you go. It's a little train. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. I wanted to like drive it. I wanted to be like, I am driving a train. But they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me. Yeah, just a little guy. He is. He's just a little guy. Me too. I'm on the train. I'm also a little guy. Okay. It is really cute, isn't it? It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. I want to keep one for myself. I want one in my back garden. I don't have a back garden, but I want one. And I want to put a train in it. What else have we got here? Can otter swim? No, it definitely cannot swim. Why does Copper like driving trains? Because it's a great conductor. That's pretty good. Good job. I enjoyed that. Imagine if it had a face on it like Thomas the Tank Engine, but it was an otter face. That would be so cute. I think they should do that. They do actually, apparently on this train line, I forgot what it was called, but I think it was literally actually just called the Groudle Glen steam train or something like that. But like they do Thomas the Tank Engine days where they put faces on the trains. So that's pretty fun. And also, fun fact, there is a working steam line, which we will get to in a second. And it was where they filmed bits of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, like the 1999 movie, Thomas and the Magic Railroad. So that was very exciting to see because I liked that film a lot. I was in a Thomas phase when that film came out and I enjoyed it a lot. I have seen those tiny steam trains before, but the one that I went on was originally for gods. It was only later converted for passengers and tourists. it was originally for gods. I have so many questions. I love that though. I love that. Yeah, they were very popular apparently, and you can get even smaller ones as well, like teeny tiny ones that you basically like sit on top of the carriage. They're very cute, but they were very popular apparently in the Victorian times. So yeah, and there's a few of them still working across the British Isles. You know, we try to preserve as much as possible. Gotta appreciate Sai's ambition of having a back garden so massive it requires a train connection to traverse. No, you're misunderstanding me. I want a small train that can just go around in a circle. But I would oh, good, it was for goods. I see, that makes more sense. That's cute that they converted it. That makes me happy. But yeah, no, I want a small train that I can just drive around in a circle, but I definitely won't get planning permission for that. So a girl can dream. Oh yeah, this was the train station. There wasn't much going on, but it was a nice view over the water. Yeah. And it was called Sea Lion Rocks because they used to have a sea lion pen there. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, where are we? Here? Aha! This is the next day now. So there is also an actual working steam train, like an actual working steam train line with like regular timetable and everything, which is super, super cool. And we went on it. Of course we did. And this was the outside of the train station. It's very cute. Very nice. And then this is the train from a distance from the station. You can see it's like old. It's got the old original carriages. It's got a steam train. Well, I think actually is that the steam train? I think it is the steam train. There was also a diesel train at one point that was like moving stuff along. But yeah, that was what the platform looked like. It was very cute. Oh yeah, they had all of the like vintage like travel posters and stuff up, which was very cool. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice for the aesthetic. Let's see. We want to see the actual train really though, don't we? That's what we're all here for. I don't know if I have any. This was a view from the outside. As you can see, the steam kind of like gets in the way of the view. So there was an attempt. Yeah, there wasn't any sea lions at the station because they'd got rid of them because like the place was in disrepair. It's not been used for sea lions for like 100 years or something, which is probably for the best because I don't think they're native and they don't enjoy living in a box. But you know, yeah, insert autism and train stereotype. It's true. I am the stereotype. I had like when I was a kid. Honestly, I think it was up until I was about 10 years old. I had like a really bad Thomas the Tank Engine obsession. I was obsessed with it. I would like collect all of the Thomas the Tank Engine merch. I went to Thomas the Tank Engine events. Like I would force my parents to take me to events like on the other side of the country where they would just have little steam trains with the Thomas the Tank Engine faces on it. I went to go and see Thomas and the Magic Railroad in the cinema about 4 times. I had a model train set. It took up an entire bedroom. It wasn't even at my house. Like I say it was mine. It was kind of like hand-me-down in a way because it was technically like my uncle's and then I kind of just co-opted it and it was mine now. But then like I got extra stuff for it so it became mine. And I also had a collection of Thomas the Tank Engine like what are they called? Like, you know, like die-cast models. I had those. And I also had a collection of die-cast model like vehicles in general. But yeah. Yeah. I like old vehicles. Leave me alone. Enjoy your lurk, Kami Belladonna. Thank you for lurking. And yeah, good luck with the tutoring prep. You can do it. The sea was very, very nice. Yeah. Hi, UFCO. Hi. How are you doing? I hope you're good. Went to a national philosophy conference yesterday and it was great. Let's go. Oh, I hope you had fun. I hope you met some interesting people as well. That's always good. It's always nice when you get to talk to people who care about the same stuff as you. This was my favorite station on the train line. It was literally just like a shipping container. It was so good. This was so relatable. This is like the average Irish train station experience. So I like this one a lot. Oh dear. Let's see, where are we? Here? This was a nicer train station. Yeah. It was quite cute. Most of the train stations were very cute. Like, they had an aesthetic and they went with it. They've preserved the original aesthetic. It was really nice. But yeah, like the white picket fence and the old building and lots of flowers everywhere. It was very cute. It was very cute. Ah, here's the train. This is the part we've all been waiting for, let's be honest. This is the train. This is the train. It's so cute. Look at it. Look at it. It's so cute. It was so nice. It was very, very, very bumpy ride, not gonna lie. And also I got ash all over me. There is ash all over my clothes, but it was worth it. It was so worth it to get to go on it was like a full hour because it went all the way from Douglas to Port Erin. It was like a full-on hour train ride. So yeah, that was very cute. Do they have bilingual signs in Manx and English? They did indeed, yeah. They did indeed have bilingual signs. It's pretty much a revived language like Cornish, if I remember correctly. They're working on reviving it still. So that, yeah, like the different Gaelic languages are all in various different stages of being like revived. Irish and Scottish are doing the best. Well, actually, I guess Welsh is doing the best saying that. Welsh, I would say, is probably doing the best because there's like a really strong national identity around learning Welsh now. And like reclaiming it, and that it's on all the signs, it's on all of the documents. There's like loads of Welsh language media now, so Welsh is doing really, really well. Scottish and Irish, like Scottish Gaelic and Irish, they're doing okay. Like kids learn them in school. Most of the signage is bilingual now, but people don't really speak it day to day as much as they could. Like there's areas in Ireland, I don't really know that much about Scottish to be fair, but in Ireland there's areas called Gaeltacht where people just speak Irish like as their first language, but they are tiny and a lot of them are like in remote areas. So for example, there's like the Aran Isles near Galway, like people that's a Gaeltacht. People speak Irish more than they speak English as their first language, but it doesn't change the fact that like people in the population centres of Ireland don't really tend to speak it. I think there's a bit of a revival movement around Cork, and there's a bit of a revival movement in some parts of Belfast. But aside from that, like Dublin's a very international city now, so it's quite rare to see it or to, well, you see it everywhere because it's on the signs, but it's quite rare to hear it. Like I've not personally heard people speaking Gaelic. I've not heard people speak in Irish like outside of events. So yeah, it very much varies depending on where you are on the island. Yeah. Yeah, North Wales, there are thousands of native speakers. A guy from uni told me, yeah. I mean, I know people that like speak Welsh as their first language. And they're obviously bilingual. They speak Welsh and English, like both perfectly fluently. But yeah. Welsh is doing the best, and it clears both Irish and Scots Gaelic in terms of revival. Yeah, massively. It's doing really, really well. It's very cool. The Gaeltacht, yeah. It's cool to go there though. To be honest, like I've been to a Gaeltacht, and it's pretty interesting. Like walking around, and like most of the signs and stuff are instead of being in English and then having Irish underneath, it's like in Irish and then with English underneath in the smaller text. It's pretty cool. But even in the Gaeltacht that I've been in, it's still kind of rare to actually hear it. Like I've heard it a lot when there's events on, because like a lot of cities have like at least one annual Irish language event or like Irish culture event where, you know, there's like trad sessions and like Irish dancing and they promote the language. But yeah, aside from those events, I've not really heard it, which is kind of sad. I'd love to learn some, but I've just not got around to it. And I keep thinking I probably should, but it's not happened yet. Maybe one day. Scottish Gaelic has like 50,000 speakers. Don't know how many native speakers in the Highlands. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Hi, Yuri. Thank you for the lab safety race to check in. And also, hi, DDD. Thank you as well. I hope you're both good. But the Lowlands have been Scots speaking since the Middle Ages. Yeah, Scots is just wacky. Scots stresses me out. I'm not going to lie. Scots is... an experience, let's put it that way. I have witnessed a Scots performance of the Haggis, the poem, the Burns, the poem by Burns, the Haggis, so the Haggis poem thing, and that was distressing. It was horrifying. But yeah, Manx, I didn't hear any Manx whatsoever. I did see it on the signs, you know, like when you go to Tesco, it said like, I can't remember what it said. It said welcome in Manx, and it looked vaguely familiar because it was kind of similar to Vulture, but it wasn't Vulture. So yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. Let's see. Where are we? We are here. What's next? 723. There we go. And then this was the train station. This was a very cute train station. I'm trying to I'm struggling. There we go. Okay. There we go. This was a very cute train station. I liked this train station a lot. This is what I mean when I say like it had a very consistent aesthetic to it, which was very nice. Yes, it was very nice. Remember when there was a scandal that some American teenager wrote many articles in the Scots Wikipedia page using fake Scots? Yes, I remember that. That was very funny. I'm not going to lie. That was very funny. Hi, Redstone Orange. Hi, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're good. We're talking about trains. I like trains. Only 2,000-ish people speak it. Yeah, Scots is... yeah, I can see why. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like it's an interesting dialect, but like, why would you speak Scots if you could speak English? I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're back onto a train rather than a train station. This is good. This is a good train. This. So basically, at Port Erin, there's a very, very small train museum. Like railway museum, and it gives all of the history of the railway, and they have some engines in there as well, and they also have some carriages. So that's very cool. That's very cool. And this is one of the engines that they had in there being preserved. It's very cute. I like it. Yeah. It's a good little train. Trains are indeed nice. I agree. I agree. Hi Dharma. Hi. I'd live there. I mean, right? It's so cute. I'm not gonna lie though, like I was kind of wandering around and I was like, this feels very similar to Ireland. Like it felt a bit different. It almost felt like Uncanny Valley Island. It felt so similar, so familiar, and yet something was just a bit different about it. Yeah. Yeah. Why would you speak any language if you could speak English? How British of you? No, because I like other languages. It's just Scots. It's just Scots. It doesn't make any sense because it's basically just a mixture of like Scottish Gaelic and English, and it's like, either preserve the language or speak English. Don't do a weird mixture of the two that nobody understands. Do you know what I mean? It stresses me out. It stresses me out. Steam trains are cute. I agree. This one is very cute. I forgot what its name was though. Can we enhance and work out what the name was? Enhance. No. The answer is no. I can't read that. There was an attempt. I like the brass parts of the train. Here you go. There you go. I'll zoom in just for you. Here you go. Enjoy. Why would you speak Irish when you can speak English? Yeah. I mean, I agree with the sentiment. English is overrated. I like Irish also. It's just a nice sounding language, to be honest. It's a very nice sounding language. People sounded like they were Mancunians or from Yorkshire on the Isle of Man. Yeah, this is what I thought too. I thought they sound northern. but like from somewhere in between Manchester and Yorkshire. Like they kind of sound like a mixture of the two. It's really strange. Like you'd think that they would, given that it's like between Ireland and Liverpool and like North Wales, you'd think that they'd kind of sound like that. Like you'd think they'd sound a bit Welsh. I guess maybe you can hear a little bit of like North Wales potentially, but I don't think they massively sound like it. I think they do sound much more like Northern English, and I don't know why. Because I feel like they should have their own accent rather than something that sounds kind of like an English accent. I don't know. It felt wrong. It felt wrong. Would you still consider Gaelic to be dying, or have the revitalization efforts actually been helping? They've definitely been helping in parts of like the Republic of Ireland, and they've definitely been helping in parts of Northern Ireland. I don't know about generally though, and I can't speak for Scotland, but for Irish specifically, like it's doing something. It's very, very slow though. I don't know if people are actually speaking it in their day-to-day life, but there's way more interest in it as a language, like in Irish. So yeah. You can take the girl out of England, but you can't take disdain for Scots out of girl. Those Scots. They ruined Scotland. Oh dear. It predates English. It's a branch of Old English without the French influence of the Normans. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Opposed to Creoles? I'm not opposed to Creoles. I am opposed to... I'm not even opposed to Scots. It's just I don't understand it and I'm confused. Like, please, like it, like, because it sounds like I should understand it, but I don't. That's the problem that I have with it. So I'm always like, I want to understand what you're saying. Please speak English, or I want to just entirely not understand what you're saying. Please speak Gaelic. Don't speak Scots, which is in the middle of the two, because then I feel like I get like little snippets of what you're saying, but it's not enough that I can understand it, and I feel very stressed, you know? Hi, Nuclear Demonstration. Hi. How are you doing? I hope you're good. You've missed trains. We've been showing trains. This is not the oldest train that we've looked at so far. This is actually probably one of the newer trains. Yeah. It's a good train. I'm not opposed to linguistic diversity. I'm very much in favor of reviving old languages. Imagine Gaelic, Romanian, Creole. Stop. You're upsetting me. She's just returned. Please wait before getting cancelled. Yeah, I'm being cancelled for my views on Scots. I'm just saying, I like Gaelic. I like English. The thing that's a combination of the two stresses me out. Please. Oh, don't take my words out of context. Don't cancel me. Wah! Oh no. I had 3 guys speaking Irish at my work a few months ago. They were interesting guys. Honestly, Irish speakers actually genuinely are quite interesting people in general. Because like, I've had some weird interactions with some of them because they're like, oh, you're English, why are you here? And I'm like, I live here. Like, what do you want from me? Oh no. It's the same as with most German dialects for me as a German native speaker. Yes, it's like Swiss German. It's like Swiss German. It sounds like you should understand it, but you can't understand it. It's exactly the same. That's how I feel about it. It's so stressful. And like, okay, also, can I just say, I've been to Switzerland and I've heard Swiss German. And when I went there at first, I was like, you know, surely the basics are mutually intelligible. You know, if I say thank you, they'll know what I'm talking about. And if they say thank you, I'll know what they're talking about. They said thank you and I didn't know what they were talking about. It was like a weird mixture of French and German, and it was very distressing. Why? Why? And then they would be like after literally like 3 seconds, they'd realize that I was English, and then they'd talk to me in English, and I'd be like, oh, okay, thanks. They have subtitles in standard German when it's on TV. I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised. Everyone's in favor of reviving old languages until they start to bring demons to Earth after learning Latin. Sometimes I feel like Irish could do that, actually, because it's a very funky language. Hang on, it's very warm. I'm going to quickly open the window. Okay, it might be a bit less warm now. This is good. This is good. I apologize if you hear bird noises. I normally try and avoid like having the window open because it's behind me, so you'll probably hear something. So yeah, if you hear bird noises, I apologize. Oh dear. Thank you for the follow, Redstone Orange. Thank you, thank you. Welcome into the research participation pool. I hope you're ready to join our research project about trains, apparently. Normally I do psychology, but we're doing trains. I don't know. I do like trains. I do like trains. Oh, you like linguistic diversity? Name every language then. Oh, no. Can you imagine? I wonder if there's like a Sporkle quiz for languages. That is the kind of feeling I get from those guys, like they didn't approve of the existence of us. Look, I approve of the existence. It's just stressful. Hi, Spooky One. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. Did you notice you're a VIP now? Did you notice you're a VIP now, Spooky One? You won. You won the game. You won the Geoguessr. Yeah, you were like 1.5 kilometers down the road. Or up the road, sorry. You were up the road. The photo was down the road. So you did a very, very good job. Well done. Sport for languages, isn't that Scrabble? What? I guess. Are you sure they weren't speaking Italian? They were definitely not speaking Italian. It was like I think the way that they said thank you was like merci vi mal or something. So it was like the first part is French and the second part is German. But like even then the vi mal is like, I think it's based on vielen Dank. I might be wrong. I might have got that the wrong way around. I don't know. But either way, it was very confusing. As a German, I have to disagree. Commonly in every part of Germany, we speak Hochdeutsch, which directly translates to High German. Every Bundesland or state has its own language. They all speak German, but someone from Hessen would not be able to understand someone from Bayern. That's why they have Hochdeutsch. I see. That's quite interesting. So it's kind of like how. I mean, I don't know. Is it like they're not at all mutually intelligible, or is it that they're accents? Are they dialects or are they accents? Because like somebody from like London and somebody from like Cornwall and somebody from the Highlands in Scotland and somebody from, I don't know, somewhere in Northern Ireland, they might all struggle to understand themselves, but they can kind of work it out if they get rid of all of the slang, if that makes sense. I've even had experiences because I grew up around London and like obviously, I mean, I don't sound like it anymore, to be honest. Let's be honest, I don't sound like it anymore. But like when I first like went away for uni, I had to actively remove slang out of my vernacular, and I had to change the way that I say some words. I used to say arcs instead of ask. I don't say that anymore. I had to. I've managed to like retrain myself so that I say ask instead of arcs. Yeah. And I used to say in it so much. I don't do it anymore. I still say it sometimes, every now and then, if I'm like not focusing on what I'm saying and in it slips out. Or I sometimes say it ironically, but yeah, in it though, yeah. It's train, innit? I mean, I know that there's only like 6,000 living languages, but I'm not sure about all languages ever. Yeah, that would take a while, wouldn't it? The spelling definitely is very hard to get used to for a non-native speaker. Actually, that applies to all the Celtic languages. Yeah, I mean, Irish spelling is, I'm not going to lie, I've been living here for like 5 years now, and I will still occasionally meet someone and they will like tell me their name and I don't know how to spell it, or I will see someone's name written down and I will not know how to say it. Like even now, it's apparently very simple phonetics once you actually like understand how they all work together. But like just seeing that many vowels or that many consonants all at once in a row, like it just 404s my brain, you know? I just really struggle. That's the same logic behind the imposition of Mandarin on China. Yeah. You need some kind of common communication method. 1.5 kilometers too close. I was trying to get the ferry in to match your photo. Yeah, so I think it was because the photo was zoomed in, so you couldn't quite exactly tell the angle on it. And also the ferry, like it's moored in place, but it rotates with the tide. Like it moves and shifts and rotates with the tide, so it doesn't stay perfectly static. So if you're trying to get it to perfectly align, then you'd have to more look at the coastline than the ferry. But yeah, you were 1.5 kilometers up the road. You were on the same road, to be fair. It was on the promenade. You were completely right with that. Yeah, it was the promenade in Douglas. So there you go. They're dialects, but they're so different that you wouldn't think that they're all the same language. It doesn't matter now. Nobody speaks the old dialects. We all speak Hochdeutsch. I see. That's kind of sad, though. It's kind of sad that the old dialects have disappeared. Yeah. Yeah. In linguistics, isn't the difference between language and dialects highly fluid? It is. As far as I understand it, yes, it is highly fluid. And I don't understand the difference still. And I'm meant to have like some extent of qualifications in this. There are a lot of very different dialects in German, mainly rooted in the fact that we were like 100 plus states 200 years ago. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think that's probably, I've always wondered whether that's kind of like why British accents vary so much. Obviously, we don't have as much dialects, but we have really, really different accents. So somebody who's from London will sound totally different to somebody who is like from Essex, which is literally the next state, like the next county over. So yeah. And even within counties, people can sound really, really different, just like depending on who they talk to and stuff. I do it jokingly because of my Britaboo face from when I went to uni, but I wouldn't go as far as saying core blimey. Admittedly, I've never heard anyone say core blimey like seriously in real life. I have heard people say like bloody hell. I've heard quite a lot, and I also sometimes say that. But yeah, the in it is a regular thing actually. When living in London, I heard a kid question, "It ain't it in it." That's okay. Average British question. Yes. Yeah, Cockney rhyming slang's not really a thing anymore, to be fair. A language is just a dialect with an army and a navy. True. It's hard to say what qualifies as a full language, even if we have good samples, and maybe there were like a dozen speakers or less. Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. Not sad at all. The Bundesländer used to fight each other a lot. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, to be fair, English people still get weird over each other, even if they have different accents sometimes. So, yeah. I think Low German, Plattdeutsch, or actually belongs to a different branch of West Germanic than Standard German. That's so interesting. If we're talking about accents, then surely we need to insult Birmingham. It's so true. Why do they sound like that? Why do they sound like that? Genuinely. Okay. I don't know if Birmingham's actually the worst accent in the UK though. I'm thinking. It's definitely not a good one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think universally people will agree that it's not a good one. What do you mean? They sound great, don't they? It's not an aesthetically pleasing It's not an aesthetically pleasing accent, I'm going to be honest with you. Better than London. I mean, true. As somebody who originally had that London accent, I also agree that that's also not aesthetically pleasing. I would personally say that the worst one is like Estuary. And I'm allowed to say that because I used to have it. But like, I think the Estuary accent is genuinely like the worst thing ever. It like, and especially like it's the worst thing ever because people try to fake it and they do a really bad job of it. And when they do that, because I grew up around it, like my hairs actually stand up on end. Like I can't do it. Attacking Birmingham, like watching the Welsh streamer being told you sound like you're from Manchester and she screamed in horror and backed out of the room. I actually quite like the Manchester accent though. Although Manchester's accents vary quite different, like quite significantly depending on where in the city someone's from. So yeah. The funny thing is, if you got to Germany and want to sound more German, you just have to sometimes throw English words in. It's like that because American media, things you can't describe in German, and sometimes we have the word for something that's just too long. That's such a mood. I don't need to, because every time that I've ever been to Germany, I turn up and I literally say, you know, I say like hello, or I say, you know, guten Morgen or whatever. And then they instantly start talking to me in English because they can just tell. So yeah. I have a traumatic story from when I was younger, which is that we went on a school trip. We went on like a language exchange school trip to Germany. I can't remember where it was specifically. I have a feeling it was somewhere around Freiburg. And we went to Starbucks. We stopped off at like a Starbucks on a, you know, like on a motorway, like a motorway services. What's the word for motorway services in American? Like a rest stop. I think that's what Americans call it, right? So yeah, we stopped off at like a motorway services and it had a Starbucks. And I was like, I'm going to be brave. I'm on a language trip. I'm going to speak the language. And so I went up to the counter and I was like, hello, can ich? And then instantly the guy was like, I don't do that. I speak English. Please don't. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. I'll have a Frappuccino, please. Oh dear. And then I never spoke German ever again. Genuinely, the Black Country dialect is from working in loud places. Apple becomes opple because it's easier to hear. I see. That's so interesting. Estuary because it's like an unholy cross between received pronunciation and Cockney. Yeah, exactly. Like it's the one that I grew up around and I just can't. I hate it. It reminds me of home too much. Oh dear. Oh dear. What about Manchester? Yeah, I know Manchester accents I think are all right. I think they're all right. They're all right. I like Manchester as a place as well. It's all right. I think it used to, I think Manchester has had its heyday. Okay. This is my controversial opinion. I think that Manchester's peak was like 2010 to 2015. It's had its time and now it's just like loads of people are moving there from London because it's a bit cheaper than London, but also has like really good rail connections and stuff so you can get back to London really easily. And now there's loads it's full of students and rich people and it's been gentrified really, really badly and it's not fun anymore. That's my opinion of Manchester. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, like a rest stop, yeah. The origins of received pronunciation is what makes me believe you guys have to be forcing the accent. Isn't received pronunciation basically just like, I don't know where it comes from. I just assumed it was posh people trying to differentiate themselves somehow. Yeah, service station, yeah. The posh accent sounds kind of pleasant and fools people all the time, but objectively it's also very, very silly. It's very silly. The accent is very silly. It's very silly. Everyone seems to rate Nottingham. Yeah, I know a few people that live in Nottingham and they love it, but I've not been in like 10 years, so I should probably go at some point. Oh. I apologize for the background noise. Service station implies more infrastructure than rest stop, I think, but that could just be a regional thing. Yeah. I mean, this was a pretty big one. It had a Starbucks. It had like, you know, a bunch of, it was like a fast food court on the motorway. So yeah. Manchester is London's residential quarter. Exactly. Gosh, people are always trying to differentiate themselves somehow. Yeah. Oh dear. But then the thing about people moving out of the bigger cities to other places is like very common now. Apparently the same thing's happening in Edinburgh. Like loads of people are moving from, and also Leeds of all places. Like apparently loads of people are moving from London up to like Manchester and Leeds and Edinburgh so that they can commute back to London like once a week. And it's like making like the rent and stuff like massively inflate. And then also loads of people from like who have got like remote working jobs have moved to Cornwall and to Northern Ireland. Nobody's moving to Wales. I don't know why. But apparently this is a thing that's happening. Apparently. So I've heard. So everywhere's being gentrified by London now. The London gentrification is spreading countrywide. Leeds, ew. I actually didn't mind Leeds. It wasn't my favourite though. I preferred Sheffield over Leeds. I massively preferred Sheffield over Leeds actually. Yeah. Because I went to a Russell Group university, I thought I should sound like some member of the Footlights or something. But these days my goal is way more modest. That's valid. That's valid. There's a clip of a German asking another German working at McDonald's drive-thru in German if he could speak English. The McDonald's worker said yes. Then the guy said stabil, gets used as an alternative for cool, and then proceeds to order in German. The McDonald's worker responded in English with the most intentional accent ever. I don't understand German. That's very funny. That's very funny. That's me. Wales has bad internet. Maybe. I don't know. I've not been to Wales in like a really, really long time. I went to Wales once. No, twice. I've been to Wales twice. Once was for like a uni visit thing. And then once was for, I went, this is so random. I went to a concert in the middle of the Welsh Valleys. It was like in a really random place in the Welsh Valleys. And, I stayed in this like Premier Inn, and when I woke up in the morning, I looked out of the window and there was sheep in the car park. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way there's sheep in the car park in Wales. That's so funny. Yeah, I think Sheffield has nice vibes. The big red stamp of Leeds from Doctor Who episode has makes me always laugh by how horrifying a prospect getting sent to Leeds is. It's true. I can't say that I would personally move to Leeds. But more to the point, like, why would you do the commute from Leeds to London? That seems really silly to me. That seems excessive, in fact. That seems like something that one would not wish to do. Alec Jones, snowman, very Welsh, indeed. Indeed. Yes. Okay, right. What's the... we got another train. Let's look at the trains again. This was another train that they had. It is a good train. Yeah. This is a good train. But yeah, this was another one that they had in the Railway Museum. I can't remember any details about it. I'm sorry. I did read it and then I've forgotten it. So I apologize for that. But it's a good train. It's a good train. Let's see. And then here's a carriage. There's like the one on the left is like a, you know, like a standard passenger carriage, and the one on the right is like a thing carriage, a goods carriage. Yes. How far is that? It's a good question. I don't know. How far is it from... If I had to guess, I would assume it's probably about 4 hours on the train, because Leeds does not have very good train connections to London. The ones from Manchester are a lot better. Let's see. Leeds. Directions. London. Yeah, it's 3.5 hours on the train, apparently. So if you time it right, you can do 2.5 hours, but that seems difficult. Yeah, it's a pretty long commute, let's put it that way. Also, one of the commute seems to involve going to York sometimes, or changing at Doncaster. So either way, that kind of sucks. You have to change, and it's about 3 hours. So that's a bit grim. The one on the right is the economy class. No. If we're speaking of northern cities, York definitely looks like it's worth a visit to. Yeah, York seems really nice. I've never been, but I've heard very good things about it. Found the clip, can I share it? We can't have links in the chat, but if you tell me like what it's called, I will find it. Like the title of the video. Let's see. What else have we got here? We're on this, so we're on this now. Ah, there you go. Here's the actual third class. Here's the third class cabin. It's not very comfortable. It's not very comfortable. I've seen better. I've seen better. McDonald's, I don't understand German from Volton. Okay, cool, thank you. I will look it up. Also, my headphones have disconnected themselves and I don't know why. I've seen worse. I mean, yeah, to be fair, I've seen worse too. Frankly, the average the average commute on a southeastern train was probably worse. The average commute on a southern train is probably worse. The average commute on a northern train is probably worse. The average commute on ScotRail is probably worse. Liner, eat. Probably about this. I don't know. Only reason to go to York is for the massive Viking poop. The what? The what? You can't just throw out the massive Viking poop and not provide any context. I'm stalling because there's an ad break, by the way. Massive Viking poop. I don't know if I want to Google that. York Viking poop. Okay, this is an actual thing. The Lloyds Bank coprolite is a large coprolite or fossilized specimen of human feces recovered by the York Archaeological Trust while excavating the Viking settlement of Jorvik, present-day York, in northern England. That is certainly a massive Viking poop. I see. It's 20 centimeters long. Goodness gracious. 20 centimeters long, which is 8 inches, and it's 5 centimeters wide, which is 2 inches. That is a hefty specimen. Goodness gracious. Ew. I don't like it. Seems pretty normal. Well, I mean, I hope that yours aren't fossilized. That's probably a medical emergency, to be honest. It's a monster. Yeah, it looks like it. Also, apparently has lots of fossilized parasitic eggs. So that's gross. That's unpleasant. That's not good. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm glad that they found something so fascinating. Imagine being a Viking and having the worst time on the loo and then people are still talking about it over 1,000 years later. It's true. Worst nightmare, honestly. How did a piece of poop even survive till today? It got fossilized. So apparently it was in a peaty area and it was fossilized. Rip the recommended adverts now. No. No. Please no. Where has the Ara redeem gone? We are reworking the redeems. That is where it has gone. That is where it has gone. Your 25k points will be useful for something, I promise. But I'm doing some prep work for the 2.0 debut. Also, where's my music gone? Hello? For the 2.0 debut. So I am getting rid of some things and rejiggling some things and stuff. Yeah. Okay. There's my music. Cool. Hype, yeah. Hype, hype, hype. Give me the giant fossilized poop ads. I don't want that. I don't want that. Thank you for the posture check, Astral. Thank you, thank you. I'm sat up straight. I'm sat up straight, I promise. Yes. Okay. Okay. Right. We've looked at the third class cabin. It was very nice, actually. It could be so much worse, to be fair. Could be so much worse. What's this one? Ah, the beach. This is the beach at Port Erin. It's a beach. It's very cute. It's a beach. I don't have much more to say about this. It's just a beach. It's just a beach. It's kind of sandy and kind of rocky, and we saw a jellyfish. It was dead. Yeah. So that was exciting. It is definitely a beach of all time. I agree. I agree. What's this one? Ah, this is the inside of the first class cabin. We got to ride in the first class cabin, which was very exciting. This made me very, very happy. But yeah, this is what it looked like. It was so nice. It was actually surprisingly comfy given how old it is, you know? Surprisingly comfy. With the new plasma 3-finger pinch gesture, Psydere 2 can fill our screens and our hearts. I can already fill the screen. I can already do that, see? Hi. Okay. They are coming for me. Okay. But yeah, it's a good seat. I've seen better. Yeah, I mean, I've seen better too, to be fair. But given that it's from the 1800s, was it from the no? This one was from the 1900s. Given it's from the 1900s, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It must turn in now. Thanks so much for taking us to the Isle of Man. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good turn in. I assume that means sleep. I hope you have a good sleep. And if you're not sleeping, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for joining us. Will we see the second class cabin? No, I didn't get the second class cabin. I only have the first class and the third class. Let's see. What else? What else do we have here? We have boat. This is a boat. It's a good boat. Yes. It's a ferry. The Isle of Man Steam Packet Company. There you go. It's a good boat. I like this boat. Big boat. Yes, it was quite a big boat. Got to travel the Isles to see the secret middle cabin, genuinely. You have to unlock it. It's DLC. Boaty McBoatface. Yes. Boaty McBoatface should have won. Oh, whoops. Boaty McBoatface should have won that competition. And then finally, a zoom in of the boat. It's just a closer picture of the boat. I'm not gonna lie. It's just it's just a closer picture of the boat. That's all I got. Yeah. Oh dear. The difference between first class and third class seems to be an armrest. What am I supposed to picture for second class? No, the difference between first class and third class was like this has fancy leather seats, whereas the other one had like a fabric, not very comfy seat on the bottom, and then it was just wooden on the back. So this you get like 2 cushions, good quality cushions, and a headrest and an armrest. So maybe second class would get like cushions on the front, on the bottom and the back, but no headrest and no armrest, potentially? I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Lazy. Hi, Lazy. How are you doing? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Boaty McBoatface did win, and then they subverted democracy. Exactly, and it should never have been allowed. It should never have been allowed. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, that's all of the pictures I've got. That's all of my pictures. Oh, I'm too small. What do you think? What do you think of my adventure? My adventure to the Isle of Man. It was a good adventure, I think. It was a good adventure. We went on lots of trains and saw lots of things and stuff. we saw things and stuff. Things happened and it was cool and stuff and things. Much train. Yeah, exactly. It was very much train. Very, very adventurous. Exactly. Exactly. But he became a life raft. This is true. It was still acknowledged. I'm excellent. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Lazy. I'm so glad you're excellent. I personally have been a big fan of the trains. They were very fun. It was a good adventure. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. If you ever get the chance to go to the Isle of Man, legit, actually, it was very fun. I would recommend it. It was a nice place. It was a nice place. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Thank you for the follow, Aloere. Thank you, thank you. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm sorry if I didn't. But yeah, thank you. Welcome in. Welcome into the research participation pool. Hope you're ready to take part in some research. Parasitic mentions what? Yeah, parasitic eggs were already mentioned. It's very true. It's very true. We've had far too many parasitic eggs in this stream. I'm personally not a fan of that fact. Yeah, just don't go when the TT is on. I mean, you could also specifically go when the TT is on. Like, if that's your thing, you could specifically go when the TT is on. There's other races also throughout the year. If you're into races, if you like motorbikes, it's there. It's an option. I don't know what else they do. Did you do something about research? Oh, did you say something about research? Yes. When people follow, they're joining our research participation pool. That was what I said. I had to think for a minute because I couldn't remember what I said. I'm so out of it. This is exactly why I need a bit of a rest. I'm not gonna lie. I've been so tired. I've been so tired. The past year has been hitting me. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go back to here. I'm gonna go back to here and I'm just gonna put the train back. I liked the train. Where was a good picture of the train? Let's see. We like having the train in the background. I have to find it though. Give me 1 second. That's not a train. That's not a train. There we go. That's a train. Is this a better train? That is a better train. There we go. There we go. We'll have this in the background. We'll have this in the background. This is our new background now. I live here now. I live here now. This is where I exist. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the train, actually. I'm never leaving the train. You can't make me. I'm staying here. I like it. I like it. What are we researching together? It's a good question. It's a good question. I need to decide because on Sunday, at some point on Sunday, we're going to be doing our next science stream where we're going to be reading a research paper together. I don't know what paper we're reading. We'll work it out. I haven't decided what, but it will be at some time in the afternoon on like UK time, afternoon on Sunday. Don't know when specifically. Might be in the evening, might be earlier on in the afternoon, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that will be what the next stream is because I'm going to take some more time off to just sleep and play video games. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to just play a large amount of Factorio. You can't stop me. That's my plan, is to play a large amount of Factorio and read some library books. And that's what I'm going to be doing for most of the week. And then next week, maybe I will have a bit more of a schedule. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is it going to be a 4-parter? No, I refuse. We are going to read it in one go. We are going to read it in one go. I will make sure of it. We will read it. The factory must grow. Exactly. 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 Factorio is a good game. It's a good game. Yeah, I mean we've only just got into it recently. It's me and Husmod playing it together. We've only just got into it recently, really. We've tried getting into it periodically in the past, but like you need to have a fair amount of time to just sit down and learn how all the mechanics work. And we would do that, and then we would have to go back to work. So then we would not get round to it, and then we'd have to relearn the mechanics again. But this time we actually have time, and we've learned the mechanics again, and hopefully we will be able to actually just play it, because we've never really managed to get very far in it because we just kept restarting. But hopefully we actually will get further in it now. Probably also Power World. I'm a big fan of Power World. I'm really enjoying Power World a lot. I've been enjoying it ever since it was released, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So I'll probably also play a lot of that, I'm not gonna lie. Both of them are fun. Both of them are so fun. So fun. I wish I could play Power World on stream, but I can't because my PC doesn't cope with it. So yeah, like I have to choose either stream or Power World. I might play Factorio at some point though. We'll see. You doing base game or Space Age? I think we're doing Space Age. I think we're doing Space Age. Yeah, we did play other factory games in the past. We did. We played Satisfactory when it was out in beta ? While it was still early access, we played Satisfactory, and we've also played Mindustry. We played a lot of Mindustry. But yeah, Factorio we're only just getting into. We might go back and play Satisfactory again, potentially. But yeah, this is what we do when I'm not streaming. If we're playing games, it's always like those or Power World. So yeah. Factorio is kind of slow, especially if you don't already have a bunch of blueprints. Yeah, but we've been learning how to like set up the blueprints and stuff. So I think we're getting faster. But yeah, Factorio is a brilliant game. You should do another run of it. It's very fun. Big enjoyer. This is why you need to play visual novels like Analog: A Hate Story. I have a bunch of visual novels that I've got saved up for playing on stream at some point. I do want to play more games on stream, but it's just time. It's finding the time. It's actually quite difficult sometimes. One day I will have my own office and I will stream significantly more, and I will play more games on stream as well, and it will be fun. But yeah, like, because I have to kind of slot the streams into like not just my schedule but also Husmod's schedule, because we share an office room. It's yeah, sometimes I just can't, and it's sad, but that's life in it. That's life in it. That's the work do be working. Yeah. Mindustry enjoyer? Hell yeah. Yeah. Mindustry's so fun. I want to play it again. Okay, so we have observed a lot of trains. They were good trains. I think it's probably time to wrap up. So where shall we go today? Today, you know what? I know someone that's doing a partner push, so let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go say hello to the partner push. This and where are you here? Today, we're going to go and raid into DigiShell. She's doing a partner push at the minute. She's playing Pokemon, Pokemon Platinum, randomized Nuzlocke. So that's very cool. I am a big Pokemon enjoyer. We like Pokemon. Where is my raid messages? There's one. There's two. Okay, the first one is if you're a subscriber. The second one is if you are a follower or not. If you're just not a subscriber, that's the one for you. But yeah, please be nice to Digi. She's doing her partner push, so please like hang around and lurk, and it will help her get partner maybe. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me yap about all of the trains that I saw. It was very fun. It was very fun, and I hope you found it interesting and cool. I swear this is not sponsored by IsleofMan Tourism. They probably should sponsor me though. I might try and get sponsored. Yes, we should do a Psy Husmod It Takes Two stream. Excellent. This would be very, very fun. We should definitely do that. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. Next stream will be on Sunday afternoon, UK and Ireland time. We'll do science. We'll read a paper. Join the Discord if you want pings. Otherwise, follow or, you know, just see if I'm live. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye. Thank you.